So I was like thinking if for Apify, if you right now have more like agents as users or still like real human beings?
The people using Apify are still people, but they use us through their agents basically. So I don't think we're at the agentic economy yet, where the agents like interact with the services on their own. We actually recently added support for X42 agentic payments. With like idea that like agents will increasingly need budget to complete tasks, so we want to be ready for that reality as a like largest marketplace of tools for AI. And so far the volume is like pretty small. I think most people still use it like traditional way: create account, and then like copy paste the API token into their Claude and let it do everything basically. Mm-hmm. But actually that's a pattern we see increasingly more. Just people don't use our UI at all. They just plug Apify into their Claude or Macaly and let it cook.
Yeah, for us it was really great integration, because without Apify the agent would still hit the wall with the real data. And it was visible that a year ago people still mainly creating like websites or apps, but more like a demo to like showcase it on LinkedIn or stuff like that. But right now we see more and more that they are actually building real businesses with databases, integration. They need backups, they need real data, and a lot of companies actually have already data on Google Maps profile, and that's where it's really great integration, where they can just say like transfer my data from this Google profile into a real website, and they got the opening hours, photos, they get reviews, and that's like sped up the process so much, because previously it was like a manual thing, right? So that's really
absolutely. I remember like many years ago I used to be a web developer and building websites for restaurants and companies. I could charge some money for that, but it was tedious work, right? I mean, like nobody wants to do that, and why would you pay agency to build a website for you if you can just give the same instructions to the agent, right? It makes total sense.
It's like that's something we see like more and more, that this is, I guess, one of the most used like actor from Apify, this like Google Maps profile, and then obviously other like social media sources.
So use it like for onboarding, to help customers to basically like set up the initial page.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty handy. I saw customers using Apify similar way. For example, like fetch their own Instagram profile with photos and so on, and then like use it to populate, their website or some other content.
Yeah, exactly. And like this is like most easy like use case, which is like super frequent. And right now we also see that like you can use Apify more than once, right? Like you can regularly get the data, for example, from your profile. If you want to show like your posts from like Instagram or maybe LinkedIn or on your website, you can also like build it with Apify super easily. And the people, the end users, doesn't even know that it's like actors, or like for them it's just like magic technology.
Yeah, like we see people like using Apify like that. They just like plug it into their Claude, for example, and then like just automatically like extends their queries, their research. When they, for example, ask about like marketing analysis of like social media and their competitors, they get the data like through Apify out of the box, and they don't even know what's happening in the background. They don't even know what actors are. So it's really I think we're coming to this like new headless world. Where I think B2B will be like increasingly done like through agents instead of the traditional UIs. Like nobody wants to like open like Google Analytics, Tableau, and 20 different websites to get their job done. Like you just want to like tell your agent to do that.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I personally do it all the time with postdoc, because the UI is so complicated.
But they have cool branding, right?
Yeah, a really cool one. Yeah. And like what I also like a lot is that when you add thousands new actors, it doesn't mean that we need to implement these thousands actors, but you have this great way to like explore for the given use case what needs to be done, like what's the best actor for this one use case. Macaly will find the solution. It gets the info about like what's the shape, how it looks, and then it will just use it. So basically when you grow, we grow as well. That's like...
Actually, that's interesting. If I can ask, how do people find or Macaly the right actor for the job? Like you sort of like get the context from the conversation, and then like, okay, now let's search for this type of actor in the store and offer it to the users, or you just like select it yourself?
No, it's basically what you said as first option. Like basically, Macaly has skill. It knows what's Apify, where it shines, and then when users mention some well-known website, it could be some social media or it could be some real estate website. The agents by default pick Apify, tries to search in your catalog of actors, and tries basically to write like POC if it's like something it could work. Because we also sometimes see that there are like services which are not that well known, but there is actor for them, but sometimes the actor doesn't really work. So like one of the use case could be like check websites like as reality and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's usually this like exploration, and then we also look at the data, which actors are most frequently used, and there is a shortcut, so the Macaly agent doesn't need to do this like exploration work all the time.
But it already has the skill.
Yeah. It knows about Google Maps, LinkedIn, Instagram. Yeah.
Cool. No, it's great. We were like super happy to work on this project together, right? Because like first like integrations are like super important aspect, of the whole like Apify ecosystem, right? Because like for creators, when they publish new actor, suddenly that actor is available to all the connected apps, like N8N, Zapier, Make, Macaly, Claude, and so on. So it's like a great value for the creators, but also for the users, like because then the more actors are there, the more valuable their original app becomes, So
yeah.
So we're glad we could work on this together.
Yeah, it was like great like collaboration. It was also super fast because your docs is great. So the agent did it very fast.
Cool. Glad to hear, because we put a lot of effort into the agent experience, right? To make sure the agents can like pick it up and work with it out of the box.
Yeah.
I was actually curious, like if you saw some interesting projects built on Macaly with Apify.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, as I said, there are some like pretty like obvious use cases where you need a website and you already have data on like many social media websites. So you can just like leverage them. You can point Macaly to your social media, and Apify will just grab the data and then builds the website. So that's like one category of solutions. And then there are some like more like, let's say, smarter solutions, which one of the cool thing we saw is that there is a tracking of different like influencers on Instagram, like what's their numbers. So you could build this like tracker, and this is basically like you could like reuse it for almost anything. Then we see like solutions where people are scraping like real estate, like houses or flats, and their prices, so they see how it's changing. Like what's the price like half year ago? What's the price now? So that's so cool that you could build this like custom solutions, which would previously, I'm not even sure if you would build it.
You just couldn't, right? Like you couldn't do it.
Yeah, like the price would be just too high, low prior. But right now you have like idea over launch, and you will just do it.
It's always pleasure to see how much progress you guys made. I remember like when we were discussing Langtail not too long ago, actually.
Yeah, actually that was our first talk about Langtail here in your
Oh yeah, right.
office.
Actually, you were launching it here, right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. It's unfortunately we are moving away, but we'll have actually even a larger venue for events now.
Cool.
In city center. So we should organize some AI meetup again together.
Yeah. Let's do it in September, October.
Maybe October.
October. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
better.
Cool. So see you there.
Cool. See you, and thanks for chatting and for integrating Apify.
Thanks as well, man. It was great.